A water issue on a different level affecting the Rio Grande Valley. I'm Marcy Martinez. Thanks for joining us. Mexico releasing excess water into the Rio Grande, and as levels rise, so does the danger for those crossing the river illegally. Action 4's Annalisa Ortiz found out how Border Patrol responds to those calls. She joins us live with more in Hidalgo County.
Marcy, that's right. Over the past few days, the water flow in the Rio Grande has been higher than usual. Now, Border Patrol cannot determine whether or not this correlates with the number of undocumented immigrants drowning as they try to cross the river illegally. But what Border Patrol does know is that the numbers of drownings in general has increased this year.
I was very scared.
Lorena Lagos now has warm and dry clothes on her back, but just days ago she crossed the Rio Grande with her 3 children.
Yes, there are stories about people who fall into the water or they get attacked by an animal, so it was very scary.
Her family made it to the United States safely before they were apprehended by Border Patrol, but others can't say the same.
What was happening before is a lot of the deaths were happening in the ranch lands. Now most of the deaths are happening in the canals or in the Rio Grande River itself.
Border Patrol says criminal organizations are pushing migrants to more dangerous parts of the river. That's the main reason they've noticed more deaths this year. But it doesn't help when the water flow is high, as it will be in the coming weeks, as Mexico releases water from their reservoirs into the Rio Grande.
The water in the river is much more dangerous than it appears.
Border Patrol says they are continuing efforts to improve safety along the Rio Grande. They're moving more search and rescue teams closer to the river and making use of marine equipment. They say changes in water level keeps all law enforcement on their toes.
Whether they're in this side of the river, in the middle of the river, or wherever, we're going to try and get to them and rescue them.
Lagos says she's thankful that she didn't find herself or her family in that situation.
I would be more scared because it will be more dangerous.
Now, there have been 77 deaths in the Rio Grande Valley sector this year, and Deputy Chief Ortiz says a good portion of those have been drownings. Live in the Farr McAllen newsroom, Annalisa Ortiz, Action 4 News.